Hi there. This is a short video. Excuse me. Here, you can look at. This is not going to be a video where I'm going to be asking you to look at the screen. So it's just a go ahead and listen video. These are tips and tricks for you to take care of your home energetically. It is 12:36 a.m. right now on Tuesday, December 28th, 2021. And I was having a conversation with my friend on Facebook, and I figured this is just easier. So I'm making it a video for everybody. So I'm not going to give you like full-on explanations and reasons and the whole mythology and like whatever. You can research all that yourself. If you have questions, ask them in the comment section, and I will gladly answer them for you, or other people will. And feel free to share your tips and tricks too. So this is really for beginner energetic work, okay? Like super duper basic stuff, okay? This is stuff everybody should know. Everyone's grandma should have taught you this stuff. Everyone's mom should have been like, I don't believe in that stuff. Or they should have been like, yeah, that kind of works. Okay, do that. You know, it should have been something that everybody kind of knows about. Okay, let's start right at the beginning. You're moving into your, by the way, I'm right here. This is not pre-recorded. I'm having a cigarette. I'm tired. I was going to go to bed. So, okay, step one. You just moved into your new place. You know, you're standing there right by the front door. Before you enter that door, there's something you need to do. You need to thank the house. You need to ask that. Well, I'm saying you in need, and I'm speaking to the God in you. So I'm asking you, the divine in you, to get the metaphoric stick out of your butt, because we are all one, and we are all unique and individual, and you are another me and I am another you, but we are still unique. We are still source, but we are still each other. So I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff for you, because no matter how much I try, I can't be as mean to you as you are to yourself. So deal with it. You have to thank the house, okay? You have to. It's an entity, it's a consciousness, it is a structure. You must thank it. You must communicate with it. You must thank the nature spirits. You must communicate with them. You must form a relationship with them. You will be sharing a multidimensional spot with multidimensional beings that have multidimensional layers of consciousness beyond what you're comprehending in regular 3 dimensions. Show some respect for the spirit world. Step 1. Step 2, wipe your feet before you enter. Step 0, by the way, before you first enter the house to really move into that night, like the day you have your lease and you're doing that stuff, you want to go through the house, you want to sage it. You want to burn some frankincense resin in each room, corner to corner. You want to open the windows, you want to light in, you want to turn on all the lights, you want to open all the water faucets to cold water. You want to flush the toilet, open the bathtub, let the water flow. Open every cabinet, open every drawer, open every closet. Sage it, frankincense it, sweep it, vacuum it, spray down the walls. Get every bit of everyone else's energy and imprint out of your home, out of your carpets, out of your walls, out of your mailing box, out of your garden. Make an alliance with the elementals, get them out of it. You know, get them out of that area. You're not sharing that space with those people, so you should not be sharing that space with them energetically. They should not be profiting from you energetically, because their energetic cords are still in the home while you're residing in there. because they haven't removed their cords from where they are now. You know what I mean? It's entanglement. If you haven't done that when you first moved in, you can do that now. But when you do it, leave the house afterwards. Let the house rest. Let the house restructurize. When you don't look at light, when you close your eyes, reality is restructuring. When you look at it, reality remains stable. So leave the house, let it cleanse itself. Another tip is to burn rosemary or a bay leaf in each room, and you can also burn bay leaf at night before you go to sleep. The scent is very important and soothing to your nervous system for when you sleep. There are many properties for it that are beneficial. Look them up. For energetic work for each room, you want to have black tourmaline, selenite, amethyst, and rose quartz along with clear quartz. You can use other variations, but those are the basics. It's like a crayon box. You put them together in a satchel in each corner. You can mix herbs in there, salt, spices, anything that holds a vibration, like rose petals, that's a really high vibration, some essential oils, and you can hang them or put them in each corner of the room, and it will ward off stagnant energy that hangs in the corners. Kind of like if I wasn't putting that light in that corner, I don't know if you're looking at the screen, but there would be a shadow in that corner. That shadow is a physical, sort of physical, quote unquote, manifestation of negative energy, because there is no positive energy in that area being produced by negative and positive things going together to create light. There is an absence of light, therefore it is considered negative energy, because there's no proton or photon triggering it. You know what I mean? It's like you need negative and positive to make light. If there's no light, it's just negative. What else? Whenever you open the faucet, let's say you have like a fight in the house, or there's an argument in the house. Open all the, turn the faucets, open the faucets, let the cold water rush through, and wash your hands under the cold water, wash your face, and hug the person you had a fight with while you're both kind of damp from washing your hands and face and feet. Like, wash yourselves, clean yourselves of that energy, and then embrace. Do not allow the energy of anger or negative energy to remain in the house whatsoever. Do not invite spirits into the house that are not elemental or earthly. Okay? And even then, you must have precautions, because there are some trickster elementals and earthly beings. There's tricksters everywhere. You do not want to bring alcohol into the house, because that is a spirit. It literally is a spirit. If you're bringing tobacco into the house, make certain it is not one that is covered in byproducts. You can use sacred tobacco itself, just the plant that's been dried and cured in water. There's certain specific brands you can get. Not condoning it. You shouldn't invite those spirits unless you're working with the spirits of the land, because you have a specific connection to the indigenous culture of the land. Otherwise, if you're using tobacco, you should be very aware of what you're doing. Tobacco as a plant has a metaphysical and etheric property where it acts as a beacon to attract predators to protect itself. So when you smoke a cigarette, you are etherically triggering predators, because you're signaling a sense of danger. When you're drinking alcohol, you are triggering the etheric and metaphysical spirits of subjugation, ones that want to control your body because you are checking out of your body. Those entities eventually result in house hauntings and possessions. and then they turn into sexual entities such as incubi and succubi. Now, to get rid of those, you have to do the inner shadow work, because they're stuck to the internal energetic structure of the person, not a place. You never want to banish a ghost. You want to send it to the light. You want to guide it gently with candles and light. You want to have a master practitioner with you. Don't mess with that stuff on your own. You can place sigils that you make of certain words around the house. Like, let's say you have an intent that says, I am blessed. You would make a sigil out of that. You take the vowels out and you make a doodly drawing with the letters. Make it however you want. Doesn't matter. It's your artwork. It's your intention. It's your creation. You can put one on each wall, north, south, east, west, one on the ceiling, one on the floor. You can put them behind the doors. Another basic thing you should know is the numerology of your house. There is a vibration between each number, or with each number. If there's a lot of conflict in your house, you want to balance it with a different number. A good number to have on the house for true harmony is the number 44. It's a master healer number. It calls in the energy of healing all across your home. You can also add in the number 11, but that number requires you to be really spiritually aware. So be careful how you're playing with the numbers, because within 3 days, the energy will absolutely shift and you will feel it. For example, there are numerous numbers on my doors, and in the bedroom, behind the door, I have a different number. Behind the bathroom door, I have a different number. Behind the front door, I have a different number. Behind the back door, I have a different number. On the refrigerator door, I have a different number, because they are all doorways. You want to be aware. Your body is a reflection of your home. Your home is a reflection of your body, your soul, and all of that. If something's going on in your home, it is also going on in your body. So before you go crazy, ringing bells and smoking up the house and chanting woo-woos and ringing gongs and stuff, before you do that, make sure that you're not the reason why your house is haunted or that your house feels negative. Okay. Now, let's say that someone passed away and there's been grief in the house and there's children in the house. What you want to do is first get anybody that doesn't belong in that house out of that house. If everyone that belongs in that house is there, then you all have to work together for this part. If you can't do that, then try to do it in teams. Like, you know which teams you can work with at a time. Do what you can, okay? First and foremost, talk about what's going on. Create a safe place to really open up with each other. Tell each other how you feel without attacking each other. Don't talk at each other, talk to each other. And then listen. And then when the sun is out, clean your house. Corner to corner, pretend it's spring, get everybody in the mood, put the music on, play the loudest music you can, get the walls to shake with music so all that stagnant energy shakes out. You want to open the windows, let the sun in, freshen the air, burn some incense, change the scent, bring some flowers. Fresh flowers in a home bring in the energy of fairies. That energy of the earth elementals, they come in to keep the flowers happy, because there is a very joyous and innocent bond between them. So the earth brings in the energies of fairies to keep the flowers alive, and together they bring in this vibration in the home that is disgusting to lower vibrations. So they avoid the home for the duration where there are flowers. If you keep plants in the house and plants die, that means they are absorbing the negative intentions cast upon you. So it is a very good idea to keep massive plants, especially ones you can get cuttings off of, to constantly have the flower reblooming for you. Another really easy thing to know is keep roses anywhere in your house, all around. outside, inside, rose oil, rose water sprayed corner to corner, taking a bath in rose water, washing your face in rose water, drinking rose tea, drinking a drop of rose water in pure water, bathing your feet in rose water, smelling roses every day. It is the scent of heaven on earth. One day you will, if you do not already, you will recognize the gravity of roses and the importance of the heart chakra and its correlation to roses. It is said that when the heart chakra is truly open, the nose will smell a scent of roses, and everybody around within like 12 feet smells it too. The body starts emitting a scent of roses when the heart chakra is truly open. So if somebody tells you, oh, my heart chakra is open, be like, have you smelled the roses yet? I can guarantee you if their heart chakra is open, they'll know exactly what you mean. What else can you do? Selenite, black tourmaline, quartz, amethyst, rose quartz. Oh, if you want to bring in like God, goddess energy, like Christ energy especially, a really beautiful ritual my grandmother taught me is to bring in the vibration of sea salt, pure sea salt, a loaf of flat bread, like lavasha bread. I think Americans call it pita bread, and a mirror with a crucifix. You can use a symbol of Christ or the Father God or Archangel Michael or the goddess, a mother goddess statue, Mother Mary, your God, okay? Put that in front of the mirror. Have the mirror facing an open window near the front door. So like it's facing, like if that light is the front door, the mirror should be like right there, and there should be a window somewhere. So you're bringing good energy in, doubling it with the mirror, and then sending the bad energy out, and then bringing in the energy of source, the God within you, in physical manifestation, doubling it, and then purifying everything around it with salt. It is the most basic subconscious trick to let yourself know that your home is safe. And also remember the most important thing, it's all in your mind, okay? The fear, the power, the strength, the love, everything exists in you. The energy that you call the Christ, you feel it first before somebody is in front of you emitting that feeling in front of you, don't you? You feel what it feels like to pray to God and to feel God's presence in you without actually having God touch you physically to feel God's presence and say that's God's energy. You can feel it inside you first, right? When you're like, when I ask you to think of Mother Mary, you get a sensation inside you, usually above your heart chakra, don't you? Kind of like in between your throat and above your chest, like somewhere hidden over there. And you feel that feeling inside you of who that person is. But recognize that you're feeling it. That vibration is in you. So when you're doing your work, you're doing your light work, your shadow work, and you're calling upon the gods and goddesses, they exist within you. Claim that power, embody that power, and do your work hand in hand, foot in foot, heart in heart with that god or goddess. Because you are their child, you are their aspect, you are their reflection, you are them, they are you. They lived, you live. So work with them, work with your ancestors, work with your guides, work with the earth. Above all, you live with the earth, you live on the earth, you are made of the earth, you eat the earth to live. Work with the earth to protect your earth, to protect your kids, to protect your family. Communicate about the grief, communicate about problems, talk it out, open the windows, air things out. Vacuuming every day keeps things out of the house that find stagnant pathways because you're walking around vacuuming, changing the currents of energy. You want to change your furniture placement at least once a month. You don't want to have furniture staying in the same spot for that long. When you do change your decorations, you want to make certain that you have a feeling you want to feel when you enter that room. So let's say you have a living room and you want it to feel comfortable. Well, you're not going to put like computer desks and stuff in there, are you? You're going to put things that make you feel at peace. What is peace to you? Fill that room with things that emulate peace. You have a workroom, keep things in there that make things happy, joyful. There's snacks, there's things to help you laugh, there's things that help your mood go up, there's music. Don't just make it boring and worky. That way you're motivated to go in there. If you have a bedroom and there's like negative energy in there, change the beds around. Take them away from the front door. Never have your face or your feet pointing at the door you're sleeping in. That's called the coffin position. You're basically pointing yourself out the door. Remember, life is a metaphor. It's a story. It's literal. You don't want to be walking out the door while you're asleep. So take the bed, face it away to where you can see the front door, but you're in a position of power, somewhere far away from the door in like the higher ground area, like a beautiful corner where you can see the window, you can see the front door, you can see your closet, and you're safely tucked in between two night tables, a footboard, a headboard, and you have a big, beautiful blanket. Change those decorations around, change your sheets every few days, spray the room every day. To make a simple spray, everybody can do this. You don't need to pay people to do this. Take a bottle of alcohol, like 70% alcohol. You can use the vodka if you want. It doesn't matter. Just alcohol, a spirit of sorts. Okay, if you get pure alcohol that doesn't contain the spirit, it's just like the corn alcohol from the Dollar Tree. That's better. Get that one. Then pour a little bit of water, a little like in a spray bottle. I'm gonna La Croix, darling, La Croix. So if you get a little bottle, like there's little bottles at this dollar store, okay? You can go get little spray bottles at the dollar store, get a little bottle of alcohol, get some essential oil, frankincense, rose, and cedarwood are perfect. And you can get a little quartz crystal, toss it in the spray bottle, put some alcohol, like 50% alcohol, 50% water, pray over it. Pray, pray that the happiness you feel fill that home, fill that bottle. Visualize white light going into that bottle. Visualize it shining like Galadriel's vial of light. Have it illuminate in your mind. Hold it close to your heart. Let the electromagnetic waves from your heart fuel that vial that you just made to protect your children, to bring wisdom, to bring healing, to bring light. You know what I mean? And like you can put herbs in there, you can put different spices in there, you can put like words on the bottle that are like sacred to you, like holy. You can bless the water. If you want to make your own holy water, take a bowl of pure cold water, pour salt in it, like pure sea salt. And there's different like different prayers you can use, like that are written out for you. Like you can use I think the Lord's Prayer. There's different exorcism blessings. You want to customize it for yourself, okay? The simplest way is just salt, water, and then you pray to God, the earth, that the water is holy, it's sacred, because all life is sacred. You are sacred, all is holy, and you're affirming that repeatedly. You're removing any fear from it. You're removing any doubt. You're not even bringing those up. You're just affirming that there is light. You're affirming that it's holy. You're affirming that it's sacred. You're not fighting the dark. You're not resisting the dark. You're not pushing it away. You're simply bringing light into it because it's a balance. You're not trying to take its place. You're just moving into that spot. That's your home. That's your room. That's your closet. Those are your floors. Those are your doors. That's your body. That's your bed. Claim them. They're yours. those that are being bothered by entities, you're going to want to clean your house for 3 days in a row regularly. That is the basic thing. You want to make certain that you're energetically informing those entities with diplomacy. Get the fuck out of my house. This is my house. You're unwelcome here. There is no stagnant energy here. Out, out, out. It's that simple. You just command them out. They must listen. You have dominion. There is no reason to fear. There is no reason to go all woo-woo about it. Just command the bastards out. Send them out with love. If you want to get visual with it, circle the house with light. You can get technical with it and make graphs where it's called radiotronics, where you draw the outline of the house and then you draw sacred geometry around it. You put crystal grids on the piece of paper, and then the piece of paper acts like a 3D replica of the house, and you protect it that way. Remember, people use this stuff to be assholes, so you can use this stuff to counter it, to dispel it, to send energy back, and to protect yourself without fighting anybody. You're just creating a shield to protect, to dispel, and to deflect with love. Hence the selenite, the amethyst, the rose quartz, the tourmaline. Okay? You're just bouncing it back and it dissipates before it ever gets back to them. So there's no harm done to anybody and they get the energy back. They learn the lesson because they sense that energy and they're like, oh shit, I don't like this energy. Who's sending me that energy? Well, it's probably their own energy coming back at them like a boomerang. Everybody's learning, everybody's growing, even the entities. And most of the entities are made by humans who are thinking the same perpetual negative thoughts, which create the same negative entities. Similar to 8 billion people believing in the Easter Bunny. Eventually, that Easter Bunny is going to have enough energy to become corporeal. So you don't want to fight it because the energy is already there. You just want to move it out. It's God playing a game with itself. That's all this is. So let it play. Just let it go like a child. You don't need to battle every demon. You don't need to submit every monster. You don't need to exorcise every devil. You don't need to redeem every fallen one. Just have them be on their way. Because sometimes the battle isn't yours to fight. It's just there to teach you how to let go. What else? If that doesn't work, you can get into more advanced techniques that involve a little bit of fire, which isn't, I'm not going to recommend that for you right now because it's not safe. I'd have to show you how to do it. I'd have to walk you through it. We're not doing that. Another important basic tip, you want to play music that is instrumental, like old classical music, really loud in your house. When you move in, after you have a fight, when things feel weird, you want to play that harmonic music. You can play music from singers like Meilon, MEI-LAN. You can play music by vocal healers like Nida Bolin, NEDA space BOLIN. You can utilize other classical musicians and people who play in the 432 hertz frequency or the 528 frequency, things that are more in tune. You want to do your research on that. There's also much research being done on the Earth's vibration being higher into the 1100s, and people have been mistaken for the Schumann resonance, that it's actually much higher in the 11th, and people have been keeping the Earth down by repeating the Schumann resonance at such a low rate, by keeping it at a 1% rate, instead of the Earth's natural thousands and thousands vibrational rate. So you want to make sure you're playing a high vibrational sound, regardless of what social media is telling you. Use your common sense. What else? If you're continuously eating meat in the house, of course you're going to attract the energy of death. Common sense. To get rid of it, you have to change your habits. You can't just keep band-aiding the problem. What else? What else? What else? Clean your walls. You must clean your walls at least once a week, twice a week. You can feel it yourself. You know it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what you know you should be doing that you're not doing. Your storage spaces, they hold many entities, whether you realize it or not. That's why so many people have so many orbs in their garages. You want to clear that shit out. You want to organize it. You want to give it a purpose. You want to give it a life, a home. It is your place. It is your memory. You're not going to treat your butt cheek a different way just because it holds a bunch of fat in it, are you? You love your butt. You adore it. Treat your garage like it's your butt. Take care of it. Treat your front door like it's the entrance to your soul. Treat your windows like they are beautiful. Treat each corner like it tells a story. Have each corner be beautiful. Have each section of each corner be beautiful. Let every item in your home tell a story so nothing is just taking up space. Make certain when you look somewhere, you can see surfaces. Your mind can rest. The thing tells you a story about why you decorated that certain section a certain way. That way, nothing, no entity, no thought form, no astral visitor, no attachment, no ghost can attach itself to some empty shelf you have or an empty piece of the wall that nobody looks at because they can't even focus on it because it's all just blank white walls. It's just empty, like nobody cares about it. It's sad. And if you open your heart and you feel it, you can feel the vibrations and you recognize the vibration of neglect is a tangible vibration measurable by science. If you neglect a part of the wall, then the thing that's neglected will be taken to be attended to by anything wanting to attend to it. Hence why people say, I hear scratching in the walls. Well, because you didn't put anything in the wall there, there was no movement there. Therefore, entities thought they could live there. So they did. Now you have to deal with it. We are in a cosmos that is a tapestry woven between many life forms. Think about this. Listen to this video whenever you need. Just FYI, this video has healing properties in it that are truth-based, and you can play this even silently in the background to give yourself a sacred space in order to think and to give yourself a sense of common sense and clarity so that you can remove the fear from your system. My voice will act as a shielding device, so to speak, or a disruption device towards energies that are parasitic or predatory. They will not be able to they can't stand it. I don't know how else to tell you. My voice vibrates at a rate that mends wounds. If you measure it, if you put my voice to a device, you will probably hear around 222 to 333 hertz, possibly 186. If you research those frequencies, you will recognize that they all have healing properties and repulsion properties to keep certain vibrations away. There is a reason God does everything, right down to our voices, our auras, and the way we look. Okay? I love you. Let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be light. May anything that bothers you never find its way back to you, and only grant you the lessons with grace and harmony so that you are always aware that you are loved by God, cherished and seen. You are adored. You are taken care of. You are important. You matter. And yes, you are valid in knowing that there are people in the world who are fucked up. Yes, that is true. They do exist. But you know what? Goodness always wins. Love always wins. And God is always the one playing the role of the bad guy too. So don't you worry. You keep your head high. You take care of your family. You take care of yourself. You put your clothes on. You do whatever you need to do. And you just keep being. Because God sees you. And you're safe. Your home is safe. Everything you do, everything you want to do, harm none, and be safe.